Hey guys, JawsTheSharkNews here, and today we're going to be doing yet another news video. And yeah, um, yeah, it's been nearly 2 weeks since the last one I did, and there's been quite a bit of toy news. Not as much as the last news video, but still, some interesting stuff right here. Let's start off right here with Studio Series Gamer Edition War for Cybertron Sideswipe. There's been new images that have been leaked from that figure. Now, he hasn't been officially revealed by Hasbro. That's why, there's all these articles about him, about the images. But, yeah, now, this guy was first shown off a couple of days ago, but I didn't do a news video for that. So, I guess I can talk about him now. The reason I didn't do it is because he was like the only big figure, big news thing that came out between now and back when I did my last news video. Let's take a look at him right here. And yeah, honestly, I don't think he looks that bad. Because before the first batch of images were shown off, there was like this one person that was describing what he looked like and said he was gonna look awful. Like he have like awful hollow bits, and his feet are flat. Which yeah, here his feet do look a little bit dumb. But from how they made it sounded like it was like the worst figure that Hasbro's made ever, pretty much. But honestly, look at him; he's not that bad. Especially with these new images that came out, we get like a full 360 view of Sideswipe, at least in this robot mode. And yeah, I dig him. I mean, yeah, he's uh, got some issues. I mean, I guess the paneling on the legs looks a little goofy, but it's not too bad. Probably the worst part I'd say is the feet. Those feet do look bad, but honestly though, he's not that bad. And that car mode I will say is pretty cool. I mean, it could use a little more paint, but honestly, it's not that bad. And I like the wheels. Um, yeah, and his accessories too are pretty nice. I think he might be able to actually hold his gun, which is new for Gamer Edition because with all of them, any like of their like blasters or whatever, you have to remove their right forearm, which is accurate to the game, but sometimes that can get a little iffy storage wise. But this guy, it appears he can actually hold that, so that's pretty nice. And I'm not sure if his forearm's removable. It looks like it is, but um, not entirely sure yet. Here he is with Bumblebee and Cliffjumper. So yeah, oh whoops, they got Bumblebee and Cliffjumper's legs backwards. Whoops, but yeah. Honestly, yeah, I don't think he looks that bad. Um, but we'll see. Hopefully Hasbro reveals this guy pretty soon, officially, and some other Studio Series stuff. And yeah, but the real judgment will be when I get this guy, and you guys will know that when I review him. Next up, we got some news about an upcoming Legacy United figure, and this is Chromia. So the last Chromia figure we got, at least in the main line, was in Siege, which is back in 2019, 5 years ago. And I never bought that figure, but I saw the mold. It just didn't really work. It was like, I think it was like a retool of the Fembot mold that they used in Power of the Primes. What was it for? I think it was, I forgot who, but they used that mold for Chromia, and because it was Power of the Primes and it was deluxe, they had that combination gimmick, but they did remove that from Chromia, I believe, but it's still it just didn't work for Chromia or any of those other Fembot characters. But yeah, it looks like we got a new one now, and unlike I mean, usually we see Chromia transform into a Cybertronian car, or I'm not sure what it's supposed to be. It's a Cybertronian vehicle, but what's interesting here is that this is likely, I think this is like the first time we've seen Chromia in an Earth alt mode. So here she is, and I think she looks pretty cool. Now, if if you guys are wondering, like, wait a minute, this mold looks familiar. That's because yes, it's a retool. The body, at least, that's actually taken from the Legacy Evolution animated Prowl, which is a pretty good figure, I'd say. But yeah, they redecoed it and just gave a new head, which is very Chromia. And yeah, so here's the back. and the motorcycle mode. I really do dig the color scheme. I actually think it's pretty nice. Um, I like the neon green or whatever, like the bluish green, then the darker blue, the purple, the red. I think it all flows pretty nicely. I think it's first time we've seen a Transformer with these group of colors together. I think it looks pretty nice. Will I get it? Well, maybe. I mean, I don't think I own any. No, I don't own a Chromeo figure, so this will be new to me, I guess. But yeah, well, we'll see. Again, like they say in the article, take it with a grain of salt. I mean, but it seems pretty real to me, so we'll see. We also got one other Legacy United first look, and I'm guessing these figures are from Wave 2 of Legacy United. Um, I forgot like the order of the listings, like because there's like so many listings that they had, so I've already lost track of them all. But yeah, as of this recording, Hasbro has not revealed Legacy United Wave 2, so and considering we're getting all these leaks right here, I'm sure that this is from the second wave. But anyways, so this one is also deluxe, and the name of this character is Shard, and for those that like know literally every Transformer character, if you're like, wait a minute, I don't know this one, well, that's because it's a brand new character. This is actually supposed to be the next character from the Infernac universe, like the Rock Lord sort of characters that we've been getting. Um, and yeah, so what's interesting though about what's the name again, Shard, is that he's got a quite different color scheme from Boulder Crash and the other deluxe. I forgot the one name. Wait, where is there an image of it? The one on the far right there, that one. I forgot his name. Um, because they got a bit more like darker color schemes. Well, he right here we got Shard with this pretty bright color scheme. So that's kind of interesting. But yeah, I want. It makes me wonder if this Infernac universe character is more Oddbot allied, because I mean they don't have a faction, but the other two seem very more Decepticon affiliated, while this one seems more Oddbot affiliated. I mean, I don't know. Maybe this guy's Decepticon affiliated and the other two are Oddbot. I don't really know. Um, but yeah, but anyways, let's take a look at the images right here. So yeah, there's the helicopter mode and the robot mode. And while I do find like the texture kind of weird, I mean it makes sense because they're rock lords. I think the color scheme looks really nice. I love how the yellow fades into that kind of turquoise green, and yeah, I really love that head sculpt too. And there he is with the other two Infernac characters, and there's all three in the robot modes, and there's the alt modes. I'm really digging this whole rock lord thing that they've been doing. I'm glad that they kind of brought that back, even though they're not officially rock lords, but they're definitely heavily inspired by them. There's the robot mode by itself. There's the back. Yeah, I really dig it. You got those blastics. Or wait, does he come with blast effects? I mean, those kind of look like the ones that came with SSA 6 Scourge, so I doubt. I mean, the legacy figures haven't come with the blast effects, so I'm not sure. But yeah, pretty cool. Pretty curious, and Hasbro doesn't really give much information about these characters, especially since there's no bios on the back of the packaging. So we'll see. I don't really know much about the character, but I'd say this is a pretty cool looking figure right here. And last but not least, the only official reveal of this news video. It always seems like there's at least one official reveal, and then the rest are just random leaks from online, eBay, or whatever. But this one was revealed yesterday by Hasbro during they did like a stream or something, a pretty quick stream, and it's regarding the next HasLab figure. So yeah, for those who've been living under a rock, HasLab's basically like Hasbro's sort of. I'm not sure. It's kind of like they use the whole idea of like was it Kickstarter or whatever, or Change.org. Like basically you back a figure or something, and then it gets made. It's like that same kind of idea. Instead of changing some like real world cause or whatever, it's just getting a figure to exist in reality. So yeah, they showed this off yesterday. They showed actual in hand photos of what they look like, but they're all like gray plastic at the moment. So I'm just gonna show off the CGI renders they showed because it's a bit more accurate, I suppose. Um, so yeah, so they've this is the fourth one they've done. And I didn't say who it is already. It's Omega Prime. Because in the RD 2001 cartoon, or anime, I suppose, Optimus Prime, who also had his own like super mode, kind of like the Unicron trilogy. In fact, here it is right there. Um, he combined with Ultra Magnus, who was also in the show, and they formed Omega Prime, which is a design similar to the super mode that Prime already has. It's just bigger, and I can tell Ultra Magnus is mixed in it. So yeah, this is the first like big mainline figure that we've gotten of these two, probably since the early 2000s. Um, so that's pretty cool. But unfortunately, yeah, it's a HasLab, and it does cost $250 to back. And yeah, so while I'm really glad that they made these guys, it's why does it have to be a HasLab? But anyways, without further ado, let's take a look at the renders. So yeah, here's Optimus right here in his basic robot mode. I think it looks pretty nice. There he is with those giant missile pods. And here he is in his super mode. I think that looks really good. He can pose the fingers around as well. And there's more frontal view. And then there's basically all of his super mode junk or whatever just sitting right there. And there's the fire truck alt mode. I think that looks pretty nice. And here's Ultra Magnus. He's got very, very long shins. But yeah. And there's the truck mode. And they actually made like a mini consort character, like a Battlemaster, out of, I think it's his gun or whatever. This character never appeared in the original anime. But yeah, it's. I think the whole idea for it is just so that way it justifies the $250 price more. And yeah, did they give a name for this character? Um, let's see, Blue Bolts. Yeah, it says Autobot Blue Bolts can be attached as a shoulder-mounting weapon system. So I think that's pretty cool. And then there's him in his alt mode. And he actually appears to be deluxe scaled, actually. Or maybe, I'm not sure about how big. He's 5.75 inches tall, so that mean, yeah, he would be close to the deluxe, so he's a lot bigger than I thought. And then there's Ultra Magnus and Optimus Prime's hands, just going right together there, which is a reference to the anime. And yeah. Now, they didn't really, I'm not sure if they show off like any scaling, like let's say with Legacy Scourge, but it'd be nice to like get a good look at some of the scales. So that way, all the fans know what they're in for. So that way, you don't got like two really big figures, but compared to everything else. So yeah, overall, I'd say I'm really glad Hasbro's making both of these figures for Prime and Ultra Magnus. They definitely need new figures. I mean, the original ones were fine, but it's good to get an update, especially since it's been over 2 decades. But I just didn't want it to be a HasLab because, number one, they're overpriced. I get why they are, but at the same time, it's why does it have to be $250 just for pieces of plastic? But and also because it's harder to get. There's deadlines, and once this let's see, well, the project runs from January 30th, which was yesterday, and then it runs until March 14th. So, I mean, you got like a month and a half, but just the thing is, once the deadline's done, then you can't get it, and then you'll just have to rely on eBay, which will probably double or maybe even triple the price. And I think that's pretty stupid. But in the end, though, like I'm still really glad they're making a new version. I'm glad they can combine two into a Mega Prime. It's just, why $250? But Not to end off the news video here with a negative note. So yeah, but yeah, really really cool. Again, I'm very glad. I'm super glad that they are acknowledging RD 2001. Um, but why they have to make, especially Optimus, why they have to make him like the HasLab? Like not only is he an exclusive, which I mean in a way I guess maybe not, but he's also a HasLab, which is over $200. It's like, ah. But yeah, this set is supposed to ship in fall of 2025, so that's pretty typical with the HasLab stuff. Usually they announce a year and a half in advance, and then they get it made, and then a year and a half later they'll start shipping. So, but yeah, pretty cool. I think it looks really nice, and yeah, so yeah, that's pretty much it for this news video. So, anyways, guys, make sure you guys like, subscribe, comment, share for more, and comment down below what you guys think of all this news. So, anyways, guys, as always, till all are one.